make this moment last. The time is now. Let's make this moment last. Give up yourself until the morning. Let's make this moment last.
On Match Choice, all 8 of today's Barclays Premiership games are available to you at the push of a button on a day when hostilities were resumed from the first day of the season. So Match 1 is Chelsea against Wigan from the Bridge. Aston Villa's trip to the Reebok is match number 2. Match 3 is West Brom against Manchester City. St Andrews is the venue for Match 4 as Birmingham looked for their first home win of the season against Fulham. In Match 5, Charlton took on Sunderland. In form, Liverpool played Middlesbrough in match number 6. Arsenal's visit to Newcastle is match 7. And our game of the day, Blackburn against West Ham at Ewood Park, is match number 8. If you're a Sky Digital viewer, press the red button on your remote right now and choose the number of the match you want to see. And Tim Sherwood will be here a little later to have a look at the day's talking points. If you're not going interactive, here on Sky Sports 1, we have match 1. On the opening day of the season, Chelsea went to newly promoted Wigan and returned with 3 scarcely deserved points. Since then, while Chelsea have done as well as expected, Wigan have surprised many with their performances. But they've been having a tough time recently, and Paul Jewell's side went to the Bridge hoping for a change in fortune. Commentary from Trevor Francis and Rob Hawthorne.
Both sides make 4 changes from last time out. Chelsea give a second Premiership appearance of the season to Carlo Cudicini in goal. Asia Del Horno returns at left-back, and Joe Cole is welcome back after missing 2 with a calf injury. They also have Hernan Crespo, their match winner at the JJB Stadium in August, back in the side. Wigan are without injured skipper Ariane Dezeu through injury, so club captain Matt Jackson makes his first start in the Premiership in almost 10 years since his Everton days. Jimmy Bullard and Damien Francis, both Premiership ever presents, are on the bench along with Henri Camara, and in come David Connolly, Ryan Taylor and Australian international Josip Skoko, who makes his first Premiership start on his 30th birthday. So it's the first ever league meeting at Stamford Bridge of Chelsea and Wigan, and the repeat of the opening day fixture which Hernan Crespo settled late on. But Chelsea had to withstand a fair amount of pressure in that game. Here's Ricardo Carvalho. Here is Michael Essien. And now William Gallas, whose versatility has served Chelsea so well as he's able to slot in anywhere along the back line.
I think that's a feature of Chelsea's play, Rob. You know, you look at the team selected and how we think they're going to start. Robin, Duff and Crespo in forward areas, but in fact Joe Cole started on the right of midfield in a wide position. And it's Arjen Robin who's playing a roaming role just in behind the front, but of course that will change during the course of the game.
Lampard there was trying to set off Robin, who's taken up that more central position than might have been expected. Just too long for him though. And an early feel of the ball from Mike Pollitt. Paul Jewell, who seemed to depart the scene just before kick-off, is back in his position now. Actually scored a goal here for Wigan in his playing days. It was an FA Cup tie over 20 years ago that finished as a 2-2 draw. Although in the replay, Wigan were on the wrong end of a 4-0 scoreline at their old Springfield Park ground. Here's Asia Del Horno. Crespo's made his run too early and is evidently offside.
You can see that Crespo, he makes his run a little too early. It's a good line held by the Wigan 3 defenders, Onshow, Jackson and Baines. But that's the movement that is going to try and unsettle Wigan. I think that often Crespo is slightly criticised for looking too much for the ball into feet. On this occasion, he was trying to turn the Wigan defenders to go in behind.
been a fairly solid unit, that Wigan backline this season. 1 or 2 individual errors in the last 3 games that have helped them on their way to defeats, but it'll be interesting to see how they perform today without a key component of it in Dzeu. Although in Jackson they do have a very experienced replacement. Chimbonda just unable to prevent the corner. And it's Frank Lampard with a kick. Cleared by Stefan Onsho. Here's Arjen Robben. Managed to avoid the dive of Kavanagh. He's found Frank Lampard. Kavanagh got back at him. It was dug out for Essien, who hits it over.
Well, Chelsea get a little bit lucky here because the ball is deflected into the path of Lampard. Kavanagh misses his challenge. Needs something stronger than that from the Wigan central midfield player. It falls to Essien, who snapshot with his left foot, sails over Pollitt's bar.
Goals have been lacking from his game since he came here, Michael Essien. It's his 22nd appearance today for Chelsea, and he's still to register. Here's Ricardo Carvalho. Lampard. Now Delorno. And Joe Cole. This is Duff. Lampard. William Gallas. Crespo dropped off Jackson there. Strikes his shot against the Wigan club captain.
Jackson was fortunate to get away with that, Rob, because he's got to be much tighter than that to Crespo. Crespo recognised he had 3 or 4 yards of space, quickly chested it under control, and the volley was blocked by Jackson.
Here's Delorno. Duff. Kicked it in for Terry, and now Lampard. Here's William Gallas. Robben. Michael Essien. Now Delorno. Lampard just trying to help it back into Cole's path. It was Skoko who got it away. Gallas. Essien. Now Duff. It's a patient game that Chelsea are playing. And here's William Gallas. Switches it looking for Damien Duff. Delorno makes a move to his left. Delorno. Cole just couldn't take it in his stride. Skoko got back to clear. And here's Ryan Taylor. Put it back across by Terry, but he was being leaned into by David Connolly. Jose Mourinho, who's got a flawless record in league matches here at Stamford Bridge. Duff. Chelsea have won their last 10 Premiership matches here. Arsenal were the last team to prevent them from taking a maximum when they drew here in April. And Arsenal also the last team to beat them in the Premiership here 33 games ago. Here's Delorno. Now Duff. This is Cole. Onsho stepped in. Flag was already up against Hernan Crespo.
Yes, it's the second occasion that Crespo's been caught offside. I think that's due to the good defending, good organisation from the Wigan back four.
Leighton Baines lining up the throw. Skoko. Baines did well to get it across, and Terry was there ahead of David Connolly. It's Kavanagh who stormed in.
That's the first time we've seen Wigan in the last third of the field. All initiated from an excellent cross from the left back, Leighton Baines. This is the volley coming in from Kavanagh. Cudicini in the side today, just watches it go past the far post.
Now Ricardo Carvalho. Callas. Terry. Blocked by Taylor.
As you would expect, Chelsea being the home side, they've had plenty of possession. But credit to Wigan, you can see that there's a lot of work that goes in on the training field, working as a unit when the opposition have got possession of the ball. It's not one or two players who are going to close it, they all work as a unit. The back four know exactly what's expected of them, and the four in front of them, they're all working as a unit. Roberts and Connolly are doing some unselfish running in forward areas.
Roberts with Terry at his back. Chimbonda's ball in. Essien hasn't really dealt with it. Connolly and McCulloch are both in there. Cleared though by Ricardo Carvalho in the end. Now Crespo, and here's the chance to stretch Wigan, and he's away. It's Joe Cole who's got away from Onshow. He's done brilliantly, Cole. It's got away from Pollitt, and Skoko there ahead of Crespo.
Well, this is the best we've seen of Chelsea. A last-ditch tackle coming in from Onshow. He knows he's got to get it right. Cole escapes one-on-one against Baines, comes inside of Baines, tries to pass the ball into the far corner. Pollitt gets two hands to it, can't quite divert it around the post, but fortunately for him, Skoko comes back and makes the necessary clearance to deny Chelsea the opportunity of taking the lead.
Essien. Delorno, Duff. Joe Cole tried to drag it through, but in Duff's attempts to get there, he was tripped by Taylor.
Lovely bit of skill from Joe Cole. From being a bit part player here at Chelsea, he's now become very much a fixture in the team. I think when you look around at all the players here they've got at Chelsea, some fabulous players. I think Joe Cole is probably the most improved player throughout the season.
Lampard's kick. Now was Terry dragged down? Oh, a big appeal went up, and they all looked back towards the referee. I think it was McCulloch who went back with John Terry.
Rob, about 10 minutes ago I thought that McCulloch was guilty of fouling Terry on a corner. On this occasion he allows Terry to get wrong side of him, realises that Terry's going to get the better of him, possibly in with a chance of a header. That's a rugby challenge. If the referee had seen that, or the assistant referee, then between them they would have had to have given a penalty. Wigan have escaped. they can consider themselves very fortunate.
Taylor with a free kick. Doesn't clear the first man this time, who's Lampard. Skoko, though, keeps it going. And Kavanagh. I think that's what he intended.
Sorry, Rob. John Terry, they're just going to have a word with Howard Webb. He's disappointed that the referee didn't see it. If he had seen what we see here, then surely he would have had to have given a penalty. Well, it's the sort of challenge that you see normally at Twickenham and not at Stamford Bridge.
McCulloch all over him like a rash then, Terry. And no question about it, he's got a justifiable grievance there. Essien. Lampard. Here's Del Horno. Michael Essien. Hopeful one from Del Horno, but Crespo sees that it's there to be got at, and the goalkeeper protected by the referee's decision.
Well, I'm sure Pollitt's mind went back to last week at Anfield when he was undone by a deflected ball that came in the air under a challenge from Steven Gerrard, put it into his own net. This is another nasty one for Pollitt, but I think the referee's just about got it right. Wasn't a great deal of contact from Hernan Crespo, but just enough for Howard Webb to give the free kick to Wigan.
Kavanagh. Taylor. Baines in a race with Robin, which he wins. The referee stopped Kavanagh from getting there, and in view of that, maybe, the referee brings play back for the earlier challenge on Baines.
It's quite clearly a little kick from Robin on Baines. It really got the referee, Howard Webb, out of an embarrassing situation.
Chimbonda up for the free kick, and McCulloch there was being attended to by Gallas.
Just got to be a little bit careful, Chelsea, of the forward runs of Chimbonda. He's formed pretty good understanding already with young Ryan Taylor. Ryan Taylor drops in, allowing Chimbonda to get forward.
Terry stepping in the end.
There's Chimbonda, none too pleased with John Terry with the challenge. I think John Terry actually won the ball. He possibly followed through with the challenge, making sure that Chimbonda felt the full weight of his challenge.
Kavanagh, offside Connolly.
It's the left foot that does the damage on Chimbonda. John Terry wins the ball with his right foot, and then the follow through, catching Chimbonda, comes with the left boot.
Well, we're going to survive past the half-hour mark. One save produced out of Pollard by Joe Cole, and they got a bit lucky with the penalty appeal against Lee McCulloch. Henshaw having to try and hold off Joe Cole. Chimbonda walks away, Del Horno's quick free kick, and Crespo's header! And it hasn't gone over. Well, Hernan Crespo just came across so quickly then, and they caught Wigan off their guard.
And I think they may have caught the assistant referee off his guard, because looking at the reaction of Hernan Crespo, he feels that that ball was over the line.
Well, certainly an air of surprise around, because it looked on first reading as though it might have been. Crespo challenges again here. And it's back in by Del Horno, and they're looking to reach Crespo again. And this time he's beaten in the air by Jackson. But Crespo there felt he'd already scored.
Well, it's a quick free kick from Del Horno. Crespo in yards of space. Well, I think probably Baines just about keeps it off over the line. It's a brilliant header from Baines. Certainly part of his body is over the line, but you give the player the benefit of the doubt. I think he's done well. And probably assistant referee, if he's not absolutely 100% sure, he can't give the goal. What alertness that was from Del Horno. He knew that Crespo was unmarked in the box. Free header. Crespo thinks he scored. Pollitt totally beaten, but a great reaction from the young fullback Leighton Baines.
Roberts. Skoko. It's Baines with a cross. Del Horno's header to Kavanagh. A touch off for Essien and its way through to Cudicini. Moncho's header. Here's Del Horno. Essien. Damien Duff. Thrown back by McCulloch. This is Roberts. Past Ricardo Carvalho. Duff, who gave it away in the first place, trying to hold him up. There's Terry's tackle. Back in by McCulloch. And Terry away. Driven in by Kavanagh. Against Lampard. Taylor. Gallus. Lampard. Tough breaking. Giving a nudge in the back to Matt Jackson. Here's Cole. Kavanagh aiming to launch one for Connolly. Essien. Now Lampard. Del Horno. Lampard!
Typical Frank Lampard attempt. A number of the times that Frank Lampard pops up just around the penalty box. Whenever he has a shot, he normally tests the keeper. And on this occasion, Pollitt makes a clean save, low to his right-hand side.
Well, we're into the one added minute, but Pollitt has had his finger stung twice now. Once by Cole, and this time by Lampard.
It's a great left-foot volley from Frank Lampard, moving away from Pollitt. Great action from Frank Lampard, gets right over the ball. It's not an easy save, but he does well to grasp it with his two hands, because Crespo, he was lurking.
time, and Wigan are holding their own. Despite a touch of good fortune, a rejected penalty appeal when Lee McCulloch seemed to drag down John Terry in the area. Hernan Crespo feeling he'd scored when he knocked in a quick free kick, but the decision of the assistant referee that Leighton Baines had cleared before it crossed the line seems to have been right. And Pollitt has made a couple of decent saves, notably at the end from Lampard, but also earlier from Joe Cole. So Chelsea have been dominant, but still haven't broken through here. It's Chelsea 0, Wigan 0.
Tomorrow, live on Sky Sports, from the Coca-Cola Championship, Southampton.
Oh, what a finish that is! You can always rely on him.
Take on Luton, in association with Sky Bet, tomorrow at 1, Sky Sports 1.
Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, holiday. Moving all week with you. These days are ours. Share them with me. These days are ours. Happy and free. These happy days are yours and mine.
Citroen C3, designed for happy days.
So the thing is, Jeff, Powergen are offering capped price energy. Not just to new customers, but to existing ones too. It's like capped prices, by the people, for the people, of the people. What do you think of that? Jeff. Jeffrey. Who's that?
Marjorie,
Where's Jeff then?
in the men's steam room.
Capped price energy. Positive energy from Powergen.
No more arguments over map reading and which way to turn. Our lowest ever price TomTom GPS, just $219.
Online or in-store, the best of both worlds this Christmas.
Technology has made your morning easier. Why not just shave? The new Philips Smart Touch XL is designed to shave more with every touch, with 3 shaving rings, not 1. And because now it pivots to stay on your face and neck, even tricky hairs are cut. Make every stroke count.
Anyway, I'm not lying. For the millionth time, I do have a girlfriend.
Yeah, whatever.
I have got a girlfriend.
What's her name then?
Amy.
When are you going to see her?
Tuesday evening.
Have more fun with your home phone. Text from any mobile now and BT will turn your text into a voice message.
When's her birthday then?
25th of December.
Christmas Day.
Hi, Joe. Can't wait until tomorrow night. Love, Amy.
BT, what will you text?
The gate is open. Order before the end of December and get super-fast Bulldog broadband for £9.75 a month. Fixed for as long as you're with us. Up to 8 meg broadband for £9.75 a month. Call now on 08000 15 16 17. Bulldog. Broadband and phone.
Tiny bubbles and wine make me happy.
Introducing the new Kenwood Frothy Hot and Cold Drinks Maker. Once you've tried one, you'll want a frothy top on everything.
Bubbles.
Unbelievable nights, 3 incredible musicians, Cream, together again, live at the Royal Albert Hall. The most anticipated concert of the year, now available on CD and DVD. Cream, live at the Royal Albert Hall, available on CD and DVD, out now.
The FA Cup second round replay live on Sky Sports. Inseparable first time around, the Bees and the Latics meet again. Brentford v Oldham, Tuesday 7:30, Sky Sports 1.
Wigan get us up and running again, facing a new-looking strike force. Drogba has just started on the right with Crespo in the middle and Robin on the left. Cole there is looking for Drogba, but Olsho gets there first. Here's Cole. Turned out by Lee McCulloch. Essien. He was claiming a free kick for a push by Roberts, but nothing doing.
Real determined play from Joe Cole. Not the biggest, despite the fact there were 3 Wigan players all snapping at him. He used his upper body strength to retain possession of the ball and win his team a free kick.
Lampard's kick in towards Terry, cleared by Chimbonda. Got away from Jason Roberts, who collided with Lampard. It's Didier Drogba! Wonderful stop from Pollitt. Robin. And now Delorno. Looking for Drogba again. Essien. Cleared by Stefan Olsho. Cole. Deflected off Baines, and Pollitt just takes it the wrong side of the line, corner.
Well, Drogba could have made a name for himself immediately. Possibly the best chance that Chelsea have had. It's a lovely little ball this from Essien. Picks out Drogba, good chest control, goes for power rather than finesse. Could easily have slotted it past Pollitt, but smashed it straight at the keeper.
Lampard's kick, Drogba can't get his header goalwards. Falls here to Ian Robin. Goal kick. Mike Pollitt, who had an horrendous time at Anfield last week, really has steadied himself today. That's the 3rd of his saves to keep out Chelsea.
Absolutely no doubt it was a good save, Rob. But once he's got under control, Drogba, he's composed. He could just have side-footed it to the left-hand side of Pollitt.
Essien. Ricardo Carvalho. Lampard. Offside against Hernan Crespo, who's looking back at the deflection on the way.
I think just at the last second, Baines steps forward. It was right in the contact of the eye of the assistant referee, and he raised his flag, but there wasn't much in it. We said that on a few occasions in the first half, that Crespo was always looking to try and beat that offside trap. Didn't succeed in the first half, but he'll keep working at it.
The Chelsea danger grows with Robin trying to win it from Chimbonda, who screened it from him well. Delorno. Here's Roberts. Skoko. This is Connolly. McCulloch! Gallus got across.
That was an absolute brilliant ball. Volleyed in from wide area by Connolly. One touch, in it comes. McCulloch gets in front of Gallus, but misses his touch at the vital moment. That was an opportunity for Wigan.
They're growing in confidence. Terry's header away, just beyond the reach of Lee McCulloch. Drogba. Given away tamely to Graham Kavanagh. A more uplifting spell this for Wigan, who are looking as greater danger in front of goal as they have at any stage of the match now. Roberts. Kavanagh. Now Skoko. Connolly, nothing to his left. So he looks instead to Chimbonda, who lets it run to Taylor.
And that's when Wigan needed the ball to come into the box. It was a good block from Delorno, but Taylor could have done with getting that ball in the box because it was a good presence. It's the first time that Wigan have had more than two players in the box. That's a sign that they're growing in confidence.
Chimbonda wastes their opportunity to make something of that. And Chelsea brace for another change here. They've already thrown Didier Drogba on, and now it's Ida Gudjonsson's turn, and it's Ian Robin who's replacing. Taylor. Here's Ricardo Carvalho. It's Terry's ball, he's broken too soon. Drogba, he's offside.
I think he was in line. Drogba can consider himself a little bit unfortunate. He timed his run really well there on this occasion. I haven't said that too often this afternoon, but the assistant referee got it slightly wrong.
An hour gone. Are Wigan, who've done so much good already in this Premiership season, going to be the first team to make Chelsea drop points at Stamford Bridge this season? I thought they'd take two of them on the opening day, only to be denied by Crespo's late strike. So there can be no question of resting on laurels. Allowing McCulloch to get treatment.
I think we're going to see a slightly different approach now from Chelsea, with Robin and Duff both off the field. There's not so much width now from Chelsea. The cleverness and the trickery, the dribbling ability of those two, they've both gone, and they're going to play much more longer now, looking for the physical power and height of Drogba, Crespo. I think Gudjonsson is going to just look to join in behind them.
So change of personnel and change of approach now from Jose Mourinho. But is it going to have a positive effect on changing the scoreline for Chelsea?
It's also quite noticeable, Rob, that Delorno has been told to go much further forward. He's more or less playing as a left-sided midfield player.
So Greater weight now on these three at the back: Gallas, Ricardo Carvalho and Terry, although Essien's there too as a protecting influence. Five clean sheets now in their last five for Chelsea, but can they score? Again offside, Crespo.
Once again, it has to be really tight. I can't believe Drogba's going over to have a word with the assistant referee. He's got to be 50 yards from the action. Was tight, wasn't it?
Very tight.
You just feel that between now and the final whistle, there's going to be an occasion when the referee, or the assistant referee I should say, keeps his flag down and Crespo is onside and goes clear.
Didier Drogba complained about it. Steve Clarke is complaining bitterly about it as well. Here's Roberts. Essien committed with a challenge, but Roberts touched it last. Well, that was nonsense. Crazy booking for Roberts.
It was, because he had actually got away with it. I think that Howard Webb's been leaning all afternoon. And he was prepared to turn a blind eye, but then second attempt from Roberts to deny Cudicino the opportunity to collect the ball, and of course he had to put him in the book.
Here's Roberts. Pushed into the path of Baines, but it hadn't got enough on it. Gudjonsson, Lampard, Cole. Here's Gallas. Joe Cole.
Will David Scotcher please meet his son at gate 7 in South Lower? Thank you.
Lampard. Now Michael Essien. Lampard. Del Horno. It's Drogba. And Essien hits it. Did a touch on its way through and didn't get that applied. Essien. Jackson. Gallas. McCulloch's ball. Essien. Here's Gallas. Cole. Gallas. Cut out by Baines, but it's a Chelsea corner.
Straight away, McCulloch, he'll go to mark John Terry. It's worth keeping your eye on this situation. I think John Terry should have had a penalty in the first half. Is Howard Webb watching it?
Lampard's kick, Terry! For once, McCulloch lost his man, and John Terry takes full advantage.
Well, this is a great example how to attack the ball from a wide area. He's only got one thing on his mind, and that's getting away from McCulloch and getting his head on this cross from Frank Lampard. It's a brave header. He gets in front of McCulloch, diving header. Pullet does his best, gets a strong hand to it, but it's the power of the header that takes it into the net, off the far post. Once again, the captain has come up trumps.
John Terry, who got the winner in the last Premiership match here against Middlesbrough, comes up again with the goods. So unlucky to be denied a penalty in the first half when McCulloch bundled him over. He wreaks his revenge in the best possible and positive way by coming up with a goal that gives Chelsea the lead.
Well, prior to the corner, Rob, I highlighted the fact that McCulloch had struggled all afternoon on corners trying to mark John Terry, and finally John Terry got his reward. He got that extra yard, got goal side, and the header was firm and decisive.
Cole, that one's wide. Well, the first goal means the thought of a third substitute with Jeremy about to come on. Another look at the goal again here. Spot on for the manager. As his captain does the business. No goal for Hernan Crespo today against Wigan, although he thought he'd got one over the line in the first half. Jeremy then on in his place. Carvalho. Moncho. Kavanagh. Here's Connolly. Foul by Gallas. Taylor's disappointed with his delivery so far today. Can he get one right here to draw Wigan level? Away by Lampard. Baines. Skoko. Away by Gallas, who'd given away the free kick in the first place. Baines. Tussle with Lampard. Chelsea get the free kick. See no use of Wigan substitutes as yet, although that may be about to change. Henry Camara and Jimmy Bullard will be set to come on. Here's Delhorno. Cole. Ricardo Carvalho. Didier Drogba. Cole. Michael Essien. Essien. Lampard. Here's Taylor. Well, here comes the double change. Henri Camara coming on for Jason Roberts. The other player coming off is Graham Cavanagh. And the man coming on to replace Cavanagh is Jimmy Bullard, who before today had made a club record 123 consecutive league starts, a run that's obviously ended today, but he still gets an outing. There's Lampard. Cole looking to break free, and he has! Joe Cole! Well, he almost lost his balance.
Well, I may be doing Frank Lampard a disservice, but I think he just played that into an area, hoping that Cole would get on the end of it. And there you saw the pace of Joe Cole, escaping the marking and the challenge of Chimbonda. Honcho came across. Here's Joe. Gets in behind Chimbonda. Honcho, he tries to get across, can't get near Joe. He's stumbling, just keeps his balance. But it's Pollitt yet again off his line.
It's Good Johnson. It's Jeremy's cross. Lampard. Gallas overran it. Baines. Terry. Picked in by Chimbonda. Skoko to Bullard. Conley. Away by Gallas. On show. Bullard. It's against Teal by John Terry. Teal. Lampard. Good Johnson. Here's Lampard. Out of harm's way in the end. Chelsea just not able to finish off their opponents, who still have that glimmer of hope. Skoko. Fouled by Terry on Lee McCulloch. Bullard waiting to load men forward.
Once again, an absolute waste of a free kick. That happened in the first half. Ryan Taylor put it in the keeper's hands, and with seconds left of this game, Jimmy Bullard has done exactly the same.
McCulloch. Bullard. And we win it back in the end. Ham wins the throw, and there are 3 minutes of added time. Johnson. Del Horno. Cole. Gudjonsson. Essien. Got a touchback. There's been a tangle there between Essien and Bullard. Both have wisely left the scene pretty rapidly. Here's Baines. Take it on the chest of McCulloch. Here's Teal. Won't be too many more chances left now for Wigan. In towards Connolly. Dallas with the clearance. Lampard missed his kick the first time, but still somehow managed to get the ball away. He'll do more than that now as he advances forward. Ida Gudjonsson to his left, he's got it through Chimbonda to him. Gudjonsson could finish it, and Chimbonda gets back and gets the ball.
Well, the crowd is shouting for a penalty, but Chimbonda got back, took the ball fairly, realised that Gudjonsson rather hesitated, trying to get the ball under control before he made the final execution to put it past Pollitt, but it was a brilliant challenge from Chimbonda.
Camera's cross. Cleared by Terry. Here's Chimbonda. After his heroic challenge at one end, can he manufacture something at the other? In hopefully by Skoko. Terry's underneath it. At this moment, Chelsea want and need to hear the final whistle. Played in towards Connolly, but he won't get there.
Well, despite the fact, Rob, that Wigan had possession of the ball there, as Camera looked up to play that ball into the penalty box, there was just two yellow shirts in there, and that's been a problem all afternoon with Wigan. They just haven't been adventurous enough. They've certainly played their part, worked really hard, great organisation, but they haven't quite done enough to get a point here. It's not been an inspired performance from Chelsea, but they fully deserved the 3 points.
Which they are closing in on achieving now. Bullard. Baines. It's a fourth straight Premiership win for Chelsea, and the man who earned their last one, John Terry, who got the winner against Middlesbrough, sees off Paul Jules Wigan. It's the same result as when the sides met on the opening day of the season at the JJB Stadium. Terry's goal coming after he was denied a penalty in the first half when bundled over by Lee McCulloch, but he escaped his marker in the 67th minute to head home, despite Pollitt getting both hands to it, into the corner of the net. Pollitt made some good saves in both halves, keeping out Frank Lampard on a couple of occasions. And also, there was the incident in the first half where Hernan Crespo felt he'd scored with a header from an Asia Del Horno, quickly taken free kick that the assistant referee rightly judged had not crossed the line. So Wigan's Braves, despite good organisation, just lacking in that final third in the end. It was an afternoon in which Carlo Cudicini, Chelsea's goalkeeper, went relatively untroubled, relatively unchallenged. And it's finished here at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 1, Wigan 0.
Jose, you've beaten Wigan again. Was this a more convincing victory than the opening day of the season? Same result, but different. In Wigan, we didn't deserve to win. Today, we deserve.
What was it about your performance that you were happy with today?
Good enough to win, good enough to control the game, but not good enough in relation to the potential of my team.
How far off 100% were you today?
I have no idea. No mathematics is difficult for me, but we didn't play well.
Paul, is it a major positive for you that you again come away from a Chelsea game thinking, well, actually, we held them there for quite some time and maybe didn't deserve to lose?
Well, these positives that come out the game, of course, because we after our non-appearance at Liverpool last week, we came out today and showed that we're better than that. But I'm so disappointed to lose the game to a set play. We've worked. The lads have put on a great stint there, but we've lost the game because someone's knocked off at the vital moment.
As if it's not hard enough to pick up wingers who change flanks and forwards who drift wide and midfielders who get involved as well. You've got to pick up their defenders too.
Well, that's set plays. Games won and lost on the set plays. Today they've won and obviously we've lost it. Chelsea changed their shape at half time. We forced them into changes, but ultimately it just wasn't enough. But I can't have fault the players' efforts and the determination. We looked more like a team today.
Is there light at the end of the tunnel after this hard run of fixtures? You have one of the tricky five everybody's talking about left. Can you see light at the end of the tunnel?
Well, listen, we know that was going to be difficult coming into this league, and we got beaten the first 2 games, and we had a wonderful run. I don't think there'll be any team that'll face a tougher fixture list than we've had over the last 4 games, but one to go, and that's why we're in this league, because we want to be competing. We haven't had any points out of it, and the only game really where we haven't done ourselves justice, I feel, is the Liverpool game. And today they give us, the answer. They showed me what they can really do.
So once again, Chelsea edged it against Wigan, albeit a little more comfortably than in August. After the break, Tim Sherwood gives us his verdict on the day's events.